Nobody grows up dreaming about the porta potty business, and that is exactly why it is worth talking about. Because while everyone else is fighting over pressure washing routes and food truck spots, a $40,000 investment in a single luxury restroom trailer is quietly generating $6,000 a month in rental income. The unit sits on a trailer hitch. You deliver it, you service it, you pick it up, and the check arrives, whether it was a wedding, a construction site, or a music festival. In this video, we are covering the full picture, what it actually costs to start, the two completely different customer types that drive this business, the honest monthly income math, how to get your first bookings, what kills new operators, and what a 3-trailer operation looks like financially. By the end, you will understand why the people already in this business almost never talk about it publicly, and why that silence is the most interesting thing about it. The U.S. portable sanitation industry generates $3.3 billion a year. Construction alone accounts for over half of all demand. Events, disaster relief, and outdoor recreation make up the rest. And the luxury segment, the high-end restroom trailers with running water, climate control, mirrors, wood paneling, and proper lighting, is the fastest-growing and highest-margin corner of the entire industry. These are not the blue plastic boxes you avoid at a county fair. These are units that wedding planners specifically request, and corporate event coordinators book months in advance. Here's the business model in plain terms. You buy or finance a trailer, you rent it out per event or per month, you service it between rentals. The asset generates income every time it leaves your driveway. When it is sitting idle, you are losing money. So the entire operational discipline of this business is built around keeping utilization high. Now, the startup cost, and this is where the range matters. A standard 2-stall luxury restroom trailer, the entry-level unit that covers weddings, small corporate events, and short-term construction, costs between $25,000 and $50,000 new. Used units in good condition run $15,000 to $30,000 and are a legitimate starting point if you inspect them carefully and verify the plumbing, electrical, and holding tank condition before buying. A 4-stall or larger trailer runs $40,000 to $100,000 and targets bigger events and longer construction contracts. Your tow vehicle needs to handle the weight. A 3/4-ton or 1-ton pickup is the minimum. If you already own one, that's a significant cost already covered. A commercial general liability policy runs $1,500 to $3,000 a year. A waste hauler permit and business license together cost $100 to $500, depending on your state and county. And a pump-out service relationship, you need somewhere to legally dispose of the waste after each rental, costs $40 to $150 per service call, depending on volume and distance. All in, a single trailer operation is realistically up and running for $50,000 to $80,000. Now here's the part that actually determines your income, and most guides get this wrong by treating all rentals the same. There are two completely different customer types in this business, and they require completely different strategies. The first is construction. A construction site locked in for 3 to 6 months pays $500 to $1,000 per month per unit in a recurring contract. The work is predictable, the income is stable, and the servicing schedule is consistent. This is your anchor revenue, the baseline that covers your loan payment, insurance, and operating costs every single month, regardless of whether you have a single event booked. The second is events. Weddings, corporate functions, outdoor festivals, film productions, and private parties pay $300 to $1,000 or more per event for a weekend rental of a luxury trailer. A luxury model at a high-end wedding can command $1,500 to $3,000 for a 2-day rental. The margins are higher, the income per rental is higher, but the bookings are less predictable and require more logistics, delivery, setup, a mid-event service call if needed, pickup, and a full cleaning and reset before the next booking. Events fill the gaps in your calendar. Construction pays the bills. The income math on a single well-managed trailer looks like this. One construction contract at $800 a month plus 3 weekend events at $700 each is $3,000 in gross revenue. After pump-out costs, fuel, cleaning supplies, insurance prorated monthly, and loan payment if financed, your net on one trailer runs between $1,200 and $2,500 a month, depending on utilization in your cost structure. That doesn't sound like a life-changing number on one trailer, and it isn't meant to be.
A $40,000 trailer recovering its cost in under 18 months and then generating pure profit for the remaining 15+ years of its service life is a different conversation entirely. Here's where it gets genuinely interesting. According to data from Lang Specialty Trailers, a $40,000 investment in a high-end restroom trailer yields approximately $6,000 in monthly income at full utilization. 3 trailers, targeting 16 combined bookings per month, a realistic target in any mid-size metro with an active events calendar, positions you at a net profit per booking of around $600 after event costs and a monthly loan payment of approximately $1,500 across the fleet. 3 trailers, managed well, is a 6-figure annual income from a business most people will never consider because the word that describes it makes them wrinkle their nose. Open loop. We'll get to the single biggest operational mistake new trailer operators make, and it costs them their entire first trailer within 12 months. Getting your first bookings requires going directly to the people who already need what you have. Wedding planners and event coordinators are your fastest path to event revenue. Call or email 10 local wedding planning companies with your trailer specs, photos of the interior, your pricing, and your availability. One relationship with a wedding planner who books 15 events a year is 15 guaranteed annual rentals from a single contact. General contractors and construction site managers are your path to recurring contract revenue. Visit active construction sites in your area, introduce yourself, and offer a 1-month trial at a competitive rate. One site foreman who manages multiple projects becomes a recurring client who calls you for every job they run. Facebook Marketplace and local event vendor directories are worth setting up immediately and cost nothing. Event rental platforms like Rent My Wedding and Event Rental Systems connect you with event planners actively searching for vendors in your area. Now, the failure mode we flagged earlier. The single biggest mistake new operators make is buying a trailer before confirming that waste disposal infrastructure exists in their operating area. Luxury restroom trailers generate significant liquid waste. That waste must be legally pumped and disposed of at a licensed facility. In rural and semi-rural markets, the nearest licensed disposal facility can be 40 to 60 miles away. At $150 per pump-out trip plus fuel, a heavy-use construction contract can generate disposal costs that completely wipe out the margin on that contract. Confirm your pump-out cost in your nearest disposal facility before you buy a single unit. The second failure mode is chasing events and ignoring construction. Events feel glamorous, construction feels unglamorous. New operators consistently over-focus on weddings and festivals, end up with empty calendars between events, and struggle to cover fixed monthly costs. Construction contracts are boring, reliable, and exactly what keeps the business solvent while you build your event calendar in parallel. The scaling path from one trailer to a real business is clean and capital efficient. Each profitable trailer generates the cash flow to finance the next one. Operators running 3 to 5 trailers with a mix of construction contracts and event bookings are netting $100,000 to $200,000 a year with a part-time management load. The physical work, delivery, servicing, pickup, can be handled by one part-time employee at $16 to $20 an hour once your route is established, freeing you to focus on sales and new contract acquisition. And the exit is genuinely attractive. A portable sanitation business with documented recurring contracts and consistent revenue sells for 2 to 4 times annual net profit. A 3-trailer operation netting $80,000 a year is worth $160,000 to $320,000 as a sellable asset, built from an initial investment that most people dismissed the moment they heard what the business was. Nobody dreams about this business. That's the opportunity hidden inside the thing everyone ignores. If this kind of breakdown is useful, subscribe to the channel. Every video, one real business, the actual numbers, and an honest picture of what it really takes.